How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm here in my Holden HSV, and I threw a quick build on this thing. The HSV Gen F GTS. I'm running the stock motor with a rear wing, front bumper, all the usual stuff here. I've got front rim size and the second heaviest rims. Full tire upgrade, no brakes on this car, couldn't fit them unfortunately. Everything in here and nothing on the motor. Threw a quick tune on it. I'll just go through this fast, and if you want to copy it, feel free to pause. What I'm going to do here is run it at Watkins Glen, and let's see how this goes. It's not a huge lobby, but I'm just curious what this car can do, because it's a big, fairly heavy car. It's got decent power. It is Watkins Glen short, which will be, it'll probably perform better here than at full Watkins Glen, just because, you know, more time on throttle, more time on the straights. So I'm very curious how this car will perform. I don't know what's going to happen, but it should be fun. This thing honestly feels like it's on rails, though, and it might be because of the weight. But we'll see what it can do. Time for the race. This is... I can't remember what division it is. It's Sport Touring or something like that. Grand Touring, maybe... something like that, but it's bigger cars. We've got some Mustangs in here. We've got that big Cadillac. Of course, this big HSV. A couple BMWs. Should be fun to see what happens here. These cars are tuned for A-Class. So honestly, it should be a pretty balanced division. The M3, the 08 M3 might be a little powerful, same with some of those Mustangs, but other than that, it's fairly even, and they're not that crazy either, so... really fun division to race in. Let's see if I can outrun some people on the straights with my big power. Not looking so hot. I'll back off here going into the bus stop. See if I can make up some time and possibly get around this BMW. No luck yet. Sliding a little wide though. Let's see if I can look underneath. There we go. Again, smaller lobby, but I think this lobby is pretty quick overall, so it should be a fun battle either way. Some more Mustangs and BMWs on the horizon here. Definitely the go-to car for most people in this division. Whether you're in a Mustang or a BMW, it'll be one of the two. Opening underneath. See if I can get a good exit. There we go. Up into 4th place. 3 cars in front of me. Not far off the lead. Let's go join that battle. Looks like they're kind of spread out though. Single file. Early on the brakes. Ooh, somebody's way off in the dirt. Still eating some dirt there. What do you think of this color, by the way, everybody? Kind of reminds me of more of a metallic version, but of the old Mopar Plum. The Plum Crazy, I believe it was called. Pretty cool looking. Alright, big run out of the corner. Air momentum past the Cadillac, hopefully. Up to another BMW. I believe it's a Mustang in the lead. Okay. It's got to lift a little bit here. So I can get past the BMW on the straight. Here comes the power. There it is. Through the bus stop nice and clean. Maybe a little bit more dirt than I'd like there, but it works. Honestly, this car feels great though. Super smooth. Super easy to drive. No sliding, probably because of the weight. I wouldn't mind putting race brakes on this thing, but again, if you want to put race brakes on with the stock motor, you have to put on ballast. You can swap to the GTR motor, but I decided to leave it stock. A little hot. It's gonna hurt my chances here. I've got time, but I do have to get by him. I think he's got decent pace so far. Now within drafting distance, it looks like he must be running a pretty heavy handling build. I'm definitely catching on the straights quite a lot. And you can take corners faster. Get back in draft range. A little sloppy on that corner, but it works. All the way up against the wall. There you go, better turn one. See how much I catch him on the straight here. I might get right up to his bumper actually. Oh yeah. Look at the pole. Gonna brake early just because can't really go anywhere anyway. Just get a decent exit out of there. I'm not gonna go for it here either. Ooh. He hit his brakes about when I would. I expected him to go deeper with the handling, but he didn't. Maybe this will work. We'll see. See if I can pull out of the corner hard from the outside. There we go. That's the lead of the race. Honestly, this HSV might be a bit of a sleeper. I've seen some people run it, and I had one built. I had it built with a GTR motor, though. Might be better. I think you can get it a little lighter and get some more handling out of it, and of course you can add the brakes, but I don't like the stock motor, to be honest. I think the stock motor's pretty strong and it sounds better. Bit of a sleeper though. It's not heavy into power. Doesn't have a whole lot of handling. It's kind of an in-between type car, but it works really well and it grips up very well actually too. Never slides really unless I'm pushing it on the curb on exit really hard. Just super planted, very well mannered. Didn't take a lot to get it here either. Honestly, I just threw a tune on it, slightly adjusted to give it some more oversteer, and that was that. Might use a little bit more mid-corner oversteer, so just go a hair more aggressive on the anti-roll bars, or on the sway bars, whatever you want to call them, just to get a little bit more rotation. Other than that though, I think this thing is pretty dialed. Stock motor too, you gotta love it. Get a different sound going. The gears are a tad long for this track. I could bring 6 down just to get more use out of it at the top end on the straight, but that's alright. And really on this track also, you don't go slow. You never have any super slow corners. Your slowest corner is turn 1, and it's still a pretty fast corner. It's not like you have first gear hairpins or 90-degree corners that are really slow and tight. This track's pretty open, pretty flowy, pretty fast. Like, I'm still 70 miles an hour in that corner, minimum. Pretty easily, too. And that's the slowest corner on the track, so yeah, pretty fast track here. I think that suits this car well. Let's see if I can get maybe a mid-low 13 out of this thing. Push it a little bit more through the bus stop. Grab a downshift here to help rotation. Get a decent corner exit. See how smooth this car is, though? It's very nice. Very nice to drive. Usually these sedans, these modern sedans, especially with 4 doors, they're a little slippery. They can't get traction very well, but this one's the opposite. Oh, understeer though. Understeer, tap the wall. There goes my lap. It was a good one too. I still ran a 13.5, so that was a solid lap out of this thing. Unfortunate that I cooked it at the end. But that's where I'd like a little bit more mid-corner oversteer. Honestly, I can probably go 100% on the Excel on the diff as well. Solid car though. I like it a lot. I think it's a fun alternative car to drive in A-Class. I think A-Class all around, not even just this division. I think it'd be competitive. So another car to put into the inventory, and we'll bring it back sometime.